Everyone to On Angel Wings. I'm Teri Angel, your host, and I'm here on Zoom today with our Auntie Jean Lorio. Hello.
Oh,
Charlie Coons and Erica Hoppy. And Grace Isis. Hello,
hello.
everyone, and welcome. And if you're watching this virtually, welcome. We're so glad you're here. And you can come right into the Zoom meeting if you want and be here with us for a beautiful discussion after the presentation. So today is going to be a little different. Hi, Julie Kiss. Thank you for joining us. Every week we come on and my co-host, Christina Leftwich, does a teaching about an angel. And then we discuss that angel. Christina is not able to be with us right now, and let's remember her as she's traveling to be with family. Hi, Lynn Marie. Thank you for being here. So today, what I decided to do is kind of a recap of the angels. Because, we talk about them and then we go move on to another one and then we move on to another one. So let's look at what we have learned so far about these beautiful angels. And I have prepared a presentation for you that I'm going to share now. And let's get to remember these angels that we have talked about and we've learned about. So here we go. And I'm hoping that you all can see this. Just let me know, somebody, if you're not able to see the presentation. I don't hear anybody speaking up, so I am going to assume that you can see it. There we go. And I'm watching who's coming on with us on my phone. All right, so we're talking about angels and what are angels? And I know Christina.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
And Siri wants to know all about angels also. Oh gosh, I'm having such a time with Siri because I'll try to connect that and it just won't pop up at all. But anytime that I'm just talking, all of a sudden there it is, right in the middle of the conversation.
Trooper.
Right. No, that's somebody else. He is asleep at the moment.
Well, it's not one of mine.
Must have been sunny. All right, so what are angels? Angels are energy. They were created by the Creator to help us humans and to just be here for us in whatever is needed. And we've learned about some of the archangels that are really specific to certain needs. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get right into it. And the first one is Archangel Ariel. Anybody remember her? I say her, but angels, as we have discussed, do not really have a gender. They're just seen as beings. Sometimes they can appear in a masculine form or a feminine form. Ariel is one of those that has always appeared to me as feminine and comes in with some loving strength for the divine feminine energy. As the lioness of God, she works mostly with nature and with animals. She's known for being the guardian and the healer of animals. And some call upon her when we're trying to communicate with the animals or with nature. She helps us to get a closer connection. It's a very gentle spirit. Her words are very direct. She doesn't mess around. When she wants to tell you something, she's going to tell it to you and be very authoritative about it. She inspires the growth and encourages people to live to their full potential. If you ever need help with courage, with confidence, this is the angel to call on. Ariel will come in, and if you've ever seen that little picture of like a kitten that's looking in a mirror and there's a lion that's reflected back. This is what I think of when I think of Ariel. She helps you to see that true you, the you that doesn't play small, the you that can develop the confidence and the courage for whatever is needed in your life. So that is our beautiful Ariel. And then we go to Azrael, whose name means whom God helps. Azrael is known as the angel of death, but that's a positive thing, because this angel is so loving and so caring and helps those people who are ready to move on to the spirit realm and leave their physical being behind. He comforts the families, the friends, the loved ones, and he helps guide the loved one to the light. There's lots of compassion with Azrael. If you've ever called on him, if you've experienced a loss in your life, calling on Azrael will really help you to feel the love, to feel the compassion, to know that you're not alone through your grief, through your sadness, through the time of adapting to communicating with your loved one in a different way. He's very calm, comforting, patient, and understanding. And I've always experienced Azrael as soft-spoken. So it's like some of the angels come in a very big way, a way that just can be intimidating and overwhelming. But Azrael is just like that friend that sits there and holds your hand through whatever is needed to comfort you. That's what it feels like when he's there. And then there's Shamuel. Shamuel means he who sees God. And he's there showing so much compassion, so much of God's love, and he helps us to find that in ourselves. When we're having a difficult time with another being, and maybe there's some stress and some strife going on, you can call on Shamuel to bridge that gap, to help you to find forgiveness and to help you see that person in their very best light. He's also known for helping us raise our intuition and our vibration, and helps us when we're channeling energy. So if you're feeling a message coming through from angels or a loved one, an ancestor, an ascended master, Shamuel is the one that helps you open up that channel to be able to receive the messages that come through. He's very tender and sympathetic. If you are developing a relationship, not necessarily romantic, any relationship, you can call upon him to help guide you in that. His highest duty is to help us find the right people in our life journey. I call that our soul family. And many times when you meet somebody for the first time in your human experience, you just know that that's a part of your soul family. So you can thank Shamuel for guiding you together and guiding you to that person. Okay, and then I also call on Shamuel when there is something that needs to be found. I usually pair up Archangel Shamuel with Saint Anthony and ask them to help me find lost objects, or if there's something that needs to be uncovered, Shamuel will help bring that to light. And I know I'm going through these pretty fast, but we'll talk about them later, and we can go back over the slides if there's any one of them that you want more information on. Archangel Gabriel. I love Archangel Gabriel. I get such a warmth that comes in from Gabriel. The name means strength of God, and Gabriel helps us to communicate. Gabriel's the one that brings those messages through. You may remember from the biblical story, Gabriel was the one that brought messages to Mary. that she was bringing forth the Son of God. So any message, whatever it might be, and it's usually something positive, uplifting, something for our best and highest good, something that's encouraging. This is what Gabriel will bring forth. And you can ask for messages. You can just call on Gabriel and say, can you please show me a message today? I just need to hear from God today. I need to hear a message, and it'll happen. You can call upon him when you need help understanding things. I call him when I need some clarity, when I need to really unravel something that's been tied up and I don't understand it. I ask him to really straighten it out so that I can understand and I can accept the message in the way it was given. All right, so let's move on to Haniel. Archangel Haniel is known as the grace of God. Haniel empowers spiritual practitioners with the gift of heightened intuition, receptivity, and self-awareness. So if you're wanting to increase your intuition, all of those spiritual gifts that we have, just ask Haniel to help you to tune in more and to open up those gifts more powerfully. All of your psychic abilities, your spiritual talents, even those who practice energy healing, you can call on Haniel to be your guide and to help you open that up more. Haniel's energy is graceful, it's soothing, it's patient, and very, very wise. So if you want to carry on a conversation with an angel that's way up there in the wisdom and the depth of knowledge, just call on Haniel, and Haniel will help whatever it is. He'll help you to expand in your knowledge. Archangel Jeremiah, the mercy of God, sometimes referred to as the angel of hope. And that's what I feel when Jeremiah comes through. And anytime that things seem a little chaotic and distorted, and it seems like there's just so much in the world that's not able to be understood, Jeremiah is that angel to call on, because you can get back in touch with hopefulness. He also helps souls to review their life on earth and helps people to learn from their mistakes. I really don't feel like there are any mistakes, but what we perceive to be mistakes or perceive to be wrong, he'll help us to have the hindsight to see that they really were just lessons for us to learn. Jeremiah can also boost our prophetic dreams and our visions and help us to see things that we can't see when we're awake, but maybe as we bring those downloads through while we're resting or while we're sleeping, he'll help us to understand the messages of those. He has an energy of compassion and mercy, does not pass judgment. Well, none of the angels do. But when we think that we've made a mistake or that we were wrong in something, there's not going to be any criticism. There's not going to be any energy of, you shouldn't have done that. It's all going to be an opening and an open conversation with him. But he's very honest, and he'll help you to really look at things in a way that you can see it for what it is. And call on him for help if you need understanding where you think you were wrong or you went wrong, and what you can do to change, to pivot away from that path that you had gone down that's not for your best and highest good. Archangel Jophiel, this is one of my favorite angels. Jophiel, the beauty of God, helps us to see that beauty inside of ourselves. Jophiel helps us when we feel the most insecure. So if there's something that you don't have a lot of confidence about, that would be the angel to call on, to say, I'm really shaky here with this situation or with this information or with this person. And just ask Jophiel to boost your confidence, to work with your solar plexus energy. And Jophiel instills beauty in our souls, not on the physical beauty. Jophiel helps us to see our inner beauty, our inner glow. And she inspires people. I say she because most of the time that's how Jophiel appears to me. Inspires people to search deep within themselves, helping us to gain confidence we need to feel and express beauty from the heart. Jophiel can also help us see the beauty in others, in our environment, and help us to appreciate and be grateful for what we have in life. Jophiel's energy is warm, inviting, elegant, soft-spoken, and usually it's a very short message that comes through, but the message is always very encouraging. And I really feel like when we're doing the I am statements, that's Jophiel helping us to dig inside and see what our I am story is, to present ourselves in the best light, the most beautiful way, the most positive way that we can. So call on Jophiel if you want to develop that beauty inside of you. Here's a powerful angel, Archangel Metatron, the angel of empowerment. Now, Metatron is one of those angels I mentioned earlier. There's some that just come in and fill the room and are so huge with their energy. And this is Metatron. When Metatron comes through, you know that he's in the room. You know that that angel is there for purpose. And usually it's to enlighten you, to help you to understand something. He's connected with the Book of Life, which records everything that happens, whether it's this lifetime or any other lifetime that you have inhabited a body. He helps when you're stressed. So any of you who are feeling any stress in your life, this is your angel. He helps those who need focus, motivation, discipline, and organization. He's also known to help those who are starting a new project and need help with management. He's very understanding of our human path. He knows what it feels like to walk on Mother Earth. And so he helps us to understand better how to traverse this plane, how to make it through the decisions we have to make. He gives advice. And when he gives advice, we all have the free will to listen and follow that advice. And it would be in our best interest to listen to this angel. But sometimes we don't. And he's understanding of that as well. He understands free will and what that means. But if you work with Metatron and you allow him to be a guide, you allow him to help you understand your experience, you will be so much better for it. You will be so much more enlightened than just blowing him off or not paying attention to what he has to say. Archangel Michael. Who doesn't know Michael, right? Michael, he is probably the most called upon angel. And that's because he provides us protection, guidance. He's constantly being called on if we're in trouble or if we feel afraid, if we even think that something could go wrong. Most of us just immediately call Michael to put a bubble of protection around us. He's our favorite bodyguard. He possesses great strength, power, courage. He helps us to see our life's purpose. And he also can help with elevating our psychic energy, the vibration, those spiritual gifts that we have. He can help us to clear out any negative energies from anywhere we are, our work, our home, anywhere out in the world. He can help us to just turn away any of that negative energy and put us in a protective bubble so that we don't take on any of that negative that's coming from anyone else or anything else on the environment. His energy shows up as masculine and grand. He does take up a lot of space when he comes into a room. And the angels vibrate at a very high vibration, a very high frequency. So when they do come in, it's always a warmth that happens because of that high vibration. That's what you're feeling. It's not necessarily that your body is heating up. It's the energy surrounding you that's heating up from that frequency. Michael can, I've known some people that he just holds a long conversation with, and some that he's just direct and says, okay, done. Or, this is what you do, and boom, you do it. But most of the time he's there, and then, as long as you want to feel him, he'll let you feel his energy. But if he comes in for a specific purpose, you might find peace with what has happened after he shows up, and then, you don't necessarily feel him anymore. But you can sit and have a long conversation with Michael as well. I have had that long conversation with him, and it's beautiful and it's powerful. So take the time to get to know him and ask him to clear your energy. Ask him to clear your aura or anything else that you feel that is a stagnant energy in you. He can help that. Archangel Raguel, the friend of God. He is often referred to as the angel of justice, helping us with truth and honesty in ourselves and in others. He's a mediator when there's a challenging situation. So if you have problems with someone else, just ask Raguel to step in. Ask Raguel to show you how things can best be resolved and the best words to speak if there's a disagreement or some type of conflict in your life, because he helps us to restore balance and peace. His energy embodies logic, and he is very unbiased. So he's not going to say you're right and you're wrong. He's just going to look at the situation and help you to look at it that way, to not see anything as a definite, this is the way it is, but to look at both sides of any disagreement, both sides of any situation. Archangel Raziel, the secrets of God. Raziel has all the answers. He's the answer angel. So if you have a question and you're not getting anywhere with your research on it, or asking and not receiving anything, just go right to the source, go to Raziel, and he will help you to almost like immediately is what I found. It's almost an immediate thought that comes through when you ask the question, because we all have all the information we need in our subconscious. Raziel just comes in and stirs that up and opens it up for us so that we can understand it. He heightens our faith and our belief in God. He possesses a deeper understanding of life in general and helps us to strengthen our bonds to the spiritual realm. His energy is mature and wise. He's very direct, intelligent, and patient. And I think that's the key. When we ask somebody something and they just answer and go on their way, we don't really get a lot from that. But Raziel, we can sit and talk to, and he'll help us to get that knowledge that we're looking for. So pay attention. If you've called on Raziel, he's going to help you until you fully get the message and get the answer. Archangel Sandalphon, the angel of music. Another one of my favorite angels. Sandalphon is the angel that brings up the crystalline grid from Earth. So he's the one that helps us to have more grounding energy. And if you've ever had sound healing done, that's coming from Sandalphon, from that very deep music realm of the sixth dimension. He's known for delivering prayers to God and the spirit realm and being connected to the tree of life. He's referred to as the tall angel, which is interesting because when I call on Sandalphon, I see that. I see his energy almost like a channel between the earth plane and the heavens. So when I see Sandalphon and see that energy running that strongly and that far and wide, that's what I see is that connection of the two. He understands the power of prayer. He knows what it means to pray and what it means to receive the answers from those prayers. He's swift and powerful. He's very observant, and he is a good listener. So if you need somebody to just unload on and just have them sit and listen to you, go to Sandalphon. Just call him in, sit down, and have that discussion. Archangel Zadkiel, the righteousness of God. Zadkiel helps us with forgiveness, and it's always going to start with forgiving ourselves. He'll help us to understand the need to forgive self before we can expand that out to forgive others. He encourages us to have love for ourselves and to love others, just as God loves us. He reminds us of the past and the present, helping us to understand and accept the milestones in our life journey, even if it hurts. Sometimes we do have to look at those things in life that we went through, those fires of life. They happened, and they happened for a reason. But many times we push those things down. So if you have some things that are hidden under the rug, hidden back in the corners of your mind, just ask Zadkiel to help you to go into forgiveness and understanding of that. And he'll be very gentle. He'll be very loving and kind and always inspiring us to be the best that we can be so that we can do the forgiveness that's so necessary. So those are some of the angels that we have studied and talked about and gotten to know more of. We also have talked about the angels of the directions. The 4 directions are so important for us to understand that there are angels working in each of those directions, and you can work in a certain direction if there's something that's you're needed in your life to understand. The East is beginnings. So if you're beginning something new or you're on a path where you're learning a lot, it's good to work with the East energy. And that would be Archangel Raphael. Raphael helps us with any healing that needs to be done. So maybe you're starting on a journey of energy healing or of healing yourself inside, working with your inner child. Raphael would be the angel to call on. In the South, protection, guidance. If you're looking for guidance, this is the direction to go. Calling on Archangel Michael to help you understand more about protecting your energy and receiving the guidance that's needed from the angelic realm, from your ancestors, from yourself, and from God. The West is all about wisdom. You know, we get to a point in our life where we've experienced many things. We understand some of it, maybe not all of it, but we get to a point where we have experienced some growth, and now it's time to integrate all of that. And Gabriel is the one that will help. Gabriel can bring us that clarity about everything we have experienced and to show us the path If we are needing to divert to a different path, go a different direction, Gabriel will help us understand that. The angel of the north is Uriel, and Uriel helps us to have more connection with the earth, to have more grounding, more balance in our life. So if that's something that's needed, if you're feeling a little floaty and not seeing that you're being very steady and knowing your path, knowing who you are and what you are, just go to Uriel and say, help me to center, help me to balance, help me to ground into earth energy so that I can do the work that's needed in my life. So those are the angels of the directions. And my suggestions, my tips with these angels is first, take the time to become familiar with one angel at a time. I know we've been doing this for months now, and we've provided you information about many of these angels. But if you take time to sit with one angel and really get the energy of that angel and know what part that angel plays in your life, know when you can call on that angel for what purpose, that's going to help you so much when you reach that point of needing a particular thing in your life. You know what angel to call on. You know what it feels like when that angel shows up for you. Invite them into your home. You know, many people live in a home where they're not understood. People don't understand what's going on. They don't understand angels. They don't understand the spirituality that's happening. But if you invite them into your home, then you can sit with their energy. You can sit comfortably where you live, where you're at, and that angel will be right there beside of you. Just ask them to take a seat, to join you as you go off to work or to play or whatever, a walk, whatever you're going to do. Really get familiar with the angels. Ask questions. So important to do the asking, but equally as important is to do the listening. So after you ask the question, just sit quietly and let them answer the question for you. Open your heart to your angels. Really pour out anything that you need to say. So many times we don't have confidants. We don't have somebody that we can just call up or go see and pour out our worries or something that's on our heart. Open up and let the angels listen to you. They will. They'll be very patient as you share of yourself. Get to know your guardian angels. We all have them. We have them from the moment we're born until we leave our physical body. So if you get to know your guardian angels, they'll help you understand the archangels even more. And they'll help you understand which angel is working with you. If there's one in particular that has come through to guide you and to help you, they'll let you know who that is. Talk about the angels. So many times, you'd be surprised how many people believe in angels and have that connection with them. But if you don't talk about it, how do you know that? So find that like-minded group of people, those friends that you know you can ask a question. Do you talk to angels or do you hear or see angels? Just ask the question and talk, have the discussions, just like what we're doing here in this group. We have built this community where people can ask questions. You can learn more about them. We can communicate with them. So it's important to hold those discussions and to really talk to each other and have more understanding about it. All right, so we've had quite a few people that joined in virtually. Thank you all for being here. I hope that you understood the messages from these angels, the information, and we hold a discussion offline now where we can talk about the presentation and have any questions answered or anything about angels in general or spirituality in general. So thank you all for being here. Julie Kiss, Lynn Marie, Sophia Rigo, thank you for being here. Our beautiful Hope, thank you. Rosalind and Catherine Kovacs, Michelle Zavich, I can't see it really well. I think it's Zavich. Thank you for being here. And yes, Michelle, the answer to your question, I would love to do that. I would love to be a part of an angelic earth healing. Just let me know. You can send me a message on Facebook. And Abulita Chadwick, thank you for being here. And Susan, thank you for all of you who joined in today. Many blessings to you all. Yes, Sophia, definitely come in and join us, honey. If you need the link, I can send it to you through Messenger. But we'd love to have anybody that wants to come in and hold that discussion with us. So we're going to get off of the air and hold our discussion, and we all leave you with a
Namaste,
Namaste,
y'all. Thank you
See
for
you
the beautiful
later.
presentation, Teri.
Oh, thank you, Charlie, for your words.